Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Let's discuss with author L.A. Logan. On today, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. How about those Chiefs? Were you going for the Chiefs or were you going for San Francisco? What did you do? Did you stay in? Did you go out? What did you do after the Super Bowl was over? Most importantly, did you call in fake sick work today because it was Super Monday? Or did you go in and handle it like a G? Either way it goes, we're going to get into it. Let's discuss. So let me be the first one to say that I am extremely tired today. I'll be the first one to admit that. Now, granted, some of you might say, well, you look tired in all of your videos, but you can keep your opinion to yourself, but it's okay. It's a free world. Express as you may. But yes, I'm a little more tired than I look in all of my other videos. But yeah, I was trying to figure out, why was I so tired? I mean, I didn't go out. I stayed home and watched the Super Bowl game with my daughter. I don't partake in adult beverages, so I was drinking water. I think it was what we were drinking, water all night. So I was trying to figure out, why am I tired? Well, like most people who were in Miami hanging out, I had a long weekend. And I ended my weekend by staying up and watching the Super Bowl. So yeah, that's why I'm tired. Are you tired on today? Were you tired? Was it a long day for you? What reasons were you tired? Were you one of the ones that was fortunate enough to be able to go to Miami and attend the Super Bowl game? You know, what did you do? I would love to hear from you in the comments about how you spent your Super Bowl weekend, and especially where did you watch the game? As for me, as I said, my daughter and I stayed in. We watched the game together. I was trying to do a little bit of homework in between, so I honestly did not get to check out all of the commercials. I said I was going to go back and watch them on YouTube. I know it's not the same feeling, but hey, you know me. I'm always keeping it real and 100% transparent. Your sister friend just did not get to watch all of the commercials. Now, the commercial I keep hearing the most about, well, by the way, I didn't call in fake sick today. I did go to work. It was hard when my alarm went off this morning. Jesus, I promise I hit the snooze button until I couldn't hit it anymore. Like it literally, the snooze button was like, we're done. Either you're going to work or you're not going to work, but we're not going to keep going off every 10 minutes. So needless to say, I willed myself out of bed and got myself together to go into work. And while I was getting dressed, when I get dressed in the morning, I like watching the news. And the news just I feel like this was God talking to me and letting me know that I need to go to work. The news was doing a survey or a poll on how many people call in sick to work the day after the Super Bowl. And what is the definition of sick? Is fatigue considered sick? Or I can't remember what the other word that they used, but it was mainly talking about being tired. And so I was like, well, I'm not sick. I'm just tired. So therefore, I probably need to go to work. Plus, I'm one of those people, I don't like using time off work. I just don't. Not in my real job. Yeah, no, I don't. It's almost like spending money to me. That's kind of how I look at it. So anyway, I went into work and I was exhausted. And I kept thinking, it wasn't like my daughter and I were doing a whole lot of screaming and yelling and jumping up and down. I mean, we did a little bit, but not enough to be as exhausted as I was feeling on this morning. And I think it was because I had a super long weekend and none of it had anything to do with pre-celebration for the Super Bowl. You know, I like to watch a lot of stuff online and just look at what a lot of different people do. I follow different people online because it kind of helps me stay in tune of what's relevant and just what's going on in the world. And I saw where a lot of people were doing all kind of Super Bowl fun things. Well, that wasn't me. I had meetings. I had to take my mom somewhere to celebrate her friend's surprise birthday party. And naturally, I had church Sunday, and it was awesome service. But yeah, I was just busy all weekend. And I think because I didn't get to sleep in, and it's something about when you don't get to sleep in on a Saturday. Oh my goodness. I miss that feeling. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. I almost dozed off just thinking about it. Yeah, I didn't get to sleep in Saturday. So I think the combination of running, and all the excitement on Sunday, and then my brother, oh my gosh, my brother is hilarious. I wish I could post the videos that he sent of he and his family as they were watching the game and celebrating the win of the Kansas City Chiefs, because, you know, we're Kansas children. Of course, we're going to go for the Chiefs, but I'm going to have to ask his permission, or should I ask for forgiveness to show his video. They had a great time at their house hosting a Super Bowl party. And like I said, my daughter and I, we were just chilling, watching the game. We'd make a woohoo, or yeah, come on, you need to do that. But yeah, we weren't wild or anything. So yeah, that's pretty much how I spent the Super Bowl. I haven't had a chance to go back and look at all the commercials, but the two that I was going to say earlier, the two commercials that I've heard a lot about were Tom Brady's commercial. I remember a few days ago, he posted this picture where everybody was speculating whether or not he was going to retire. And I thought, I don't think his wife would have allowed him to do that. And men, before you go there, I don't mean allow in the way that she has him handpicked. That's not what I meant. I mean as though Tom Brady is one of the guys that, to be as successful as he is, his wife kind of guides him, and he publicly lets it be known. Like, he's not embarrassed to say, well, my wife told me I can't talk about that. Whereas another guy would probably act like it was their idea not to talk about it, rather than my wife told me you better not talk about that anymore. So anyway, there was some speculation from the picture he posted that he was going to retire, or that it was possibly a hint that he was going to retire. And I didn't think that at all, because like I said, I knew his wife wasn't, it just, I couldn't see that being the way he announced it. And then two, I think he still has some stuff to prove, although he really doesn't. I mean, you know, he's been to the Super Bowl, did the comeback king. So yeah, there would be no reason for him to, I don't know. Anyway, I lost my train of thought of where I was going with that. But his commercial was a lot of talk for that reason. And then from what I understand, it was a Hulu commercial. And it might have even been talking about cutting the cord. That's something that we need to discuss. That cable bill, oh my goodness. Who watches that much TV, that much cable TV, that the amount that it costs now to just have even basic cable? I mean, I don't have basic just because my son likes sports and ESPN and all those extra stuff that I pay for. And I mean, I physically want to go outside right now with a big pair of scissors or a knife or something and just cut the cord, because the price, it is ridiculous. And it keeps going higher and higher and higher. So I might need to go on YouTube and watch the Hulu commercial and see exactly what it's talking about, and if it is talking about cutting the cord. And then the other commercial that was talked about, actually there was three. The other one was the MC Hammer commercial. Again, I didn't get to see the full commercial, but from what I understand, it was a pretty good commercial having to do with, was it taxes? No, Cheetos commercial. I think he was doing a Cheetos commercial. As a matter of fact, I did see a preview where they were asking the guy to help move something, and he had Cheeto fingers, and they were like, never mind, don't touch this. So yeah, that was a pretty good commercial. I did see a preview of it, but not the full commercial. And then there was another commercial that I did get to see, and it was the tax commercial. The first time I saw it, I was like, okay, 5.3 million for that. Okay, because I think that was the going price for a 30-second Super Bowl commercial. I want to know who's in that business. Like, who came up with the idea to own that piece of it? I guess it would be the NFL, maybe, since it is their game. So maybe they're the ones that's charging the 5.3 million for a 30-second commercial. Can you imagine? Anyway, the tax commercial was kind of funny. It grew on me after I watched it a second or third time. But yeah, 5.3 for a commercial. wow. But I guess they got to pay the players, pay the network. You know, there is a lot of expense that goes out. Now that I have been doing events and have a lot of different things going on, things cost money. And most people don't want to work for free or volunteer their time. So, hey, that 5.3 million per 30 seconds, I'm sure it was spent before they even signed the dotted line for the commercial. But anywho, the commercials that I did see, like I said, were cool. I've heard about some. I am going to go back and look at them. And of course, we can't forget about the halftime show. It was simply amazing. It was Jennifer and Shakira were the first two Latino women to headline a Super Bowl show. And I think they did awesome, especially based on their age. They both moved and performed as if they were in their 20s. There were some controversy. I've seen a few things where people were saying that they felt like it wasn't family friendly. Specifically Jennifer Lopez in the poll. And I think that was a reference to a movie that she did. But hey, you're going to like some performances and some performances you're not going to like. I mean, if you've been to one of their shows, which have not been, but you would have some inkling that, or if you know anything about them, you would have some inkling of what the performance would be like. Now, I'm partial. I've heard some people say that that was the best Super Bowl performance, and that I do think it was great in how they represented the Latino community, and especially with the coat or drape, the flag drape that Jennifer Lopez wore, where one side represented Puerto Rico and then the other side represented the United States. I thought that was awesome. It was just awesome, especially with everything that's going on within our country now. I think it was great that they were able to bring the Latino community to the forefront. Now, I've heard some people say that that was the best Super Bowl performance to date. Excuse me, I have to clear my throat on this. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree. I feel like Beyonce's performance thus far has been the best performance. And now that I think about it, there was some controversy with her performance. They said it was a little too risque. But if you've ever been to a Beyonce concert, you would know that that's what comes with it. Or if you've seen her on TV, a video or what have you, some people are just going to be upset regardless of what you do. But I will say that I feel like Beyonce's solo performance when she did the Super Bowl, I think that was in 2013? I think it was 2013. She did awesome. And then when she performed with Bruno Mars and, oh, why can't I remember their name? Because I actually like that group. Oh, I can't think of their name right now. But anyway, I feel like Beyonce was the best performance. But I digress. The Super Bowl performance, halftime show was great. And I take my hat off to Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, because maybe that's why I was tired. I mean, the way they performed, they gave it their all. And I just know that if that had been me performing, I would not be doing this video from where I'm sitting right now. I would be doing it from the hospital bed, because my body would certainly be saying to me, what are you doing? We don't move like that. We don't bend like that. You need to get yourself together. So yeah, it was a great show. And then the game. Let's talk about the game. Oh my goodness. The Chiefs gave me a scare a few times there, especially I think it was the last 4 minutes of the game or 5 minutes, where it looked like San Francisco was going to win. But Mahomes, being who he is, he's the new comeback king, our kid. He's the next generation. Until Tom retires, we're gonna give him, we're gonna say, the next generation of that. He did an awesome job maneuvering the ball. The offense was good. The defense was good. Most people today, when I was at work, a couple people made a comment, oh, the game was kind of boring at halftime. It was 10-10. I thought it was a good game that they were able to hold each other that long. And I really wasn't interested in watching a game that was going to be a blowaway game, like, 40-10 or 40-20 or whatever. That would have just been a boring game to me. But I say it was very exciting the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game when the Chiefs were able to get the ball down. I think there was an interception. I mean, it was just good. And they waited 50 years. And for their coach, which I'm going to admit, I haven't committed their coach's name to memory because I don't think that would be fair to Michael Tomlin, Pittsburgh Steelers coach, in case you don't know who that is. He's the only coach's name that I have committed to memory for various reasons that I won't talk about on this video, but maybe another one I might share my thoughts about him. But anyway, I digress once again. But as my brother teases me, Mike is an awesome coach. Yeah, he's awesome. But anyway, we're talking about Kansas City. We're talking about Kansas City. I am really happy for their coach because I think he's the 7th winning coach in NFL history, and he's never either been to the Super Bowl or won a Super Bowl. And so this was awesome for him to get to experience that. So you had the youngest quarterback to win, and then you had the first time for the 7th winningest coach. So yeah, it was an awesome game, awesome time for my daughter and I was stuck doing homework, and it was just a lot. It was a lot. I mean, maybe I'm tired today or this one. Yeah, why I can't even talk right now because, yeah, it was a long weekend, but an exciting way to end it. And yeah, I'd love to hear how you spent the Super Bowl. What did you do? Did you hang out with friends and family? Did you go off site somewhere and hang out and have a good time? Whatever you did, I hope you had a good time. I hope you were safe. And yeah, I think now, what are we on? Basketball. So yeah, we're getting ready to dive heavy into basketball and get ready for that season to kick into playoff season, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all, I haven't been able to keep up with sports like that because my life has just been crazy. But hey, it is what it is. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on, kind of talk about that a little bit. I hope you enjoyed our little quick discussion. If not, maybe next time, but I encourage you to leave me comments below. Click the like button, subscribe, and if this is your first time watching my channel, thank you for checking me out. And I want to leave you with this. The plan for your life has already been designed. It's up to you to trust the planner. Have a good one, everybody.